Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Lucid. We're hopping back into a Wrinkle in Time. If you recall, last time we had started our war with Yis, but had yet to have a big battle. Mostly we just took some provinces. So this turn, actually, I think I staled. This was just an accident. I was like, I think I showed you my turn for last turn. I think I just didn't send it in or something ridiculous. So I had to like redo the turn. Kind of annoying. That will happen. So this army, which was going to move here, is now actually going to move here. We've got basically the same setup. We've got these marble oracles up at the front, hopefully where they will get buffed. Yeah. We got 2 liches now. We'll be getting more. I like putting these guys on my liches. These are ghost orbs, which, yeah, they give you 2 death gems, but require the water death pass. We're casting more Hall of Statues. We have 3 golems now. This golem's moving over. Really, this is kind of a redo of last turn, just because I didn't submit it, because, yeah. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the turn after that, which will be turn 53. So we cast Hall of Statues. We finally have... Oh, this is a battle between Yis and Pangaea. I think this has Movark Knights in it. Yeah, so you'll be able to see these Movark Knights do their thing. He's got these guys, which I think are mercenaries, up at the front. And then he did Gift of Heavens, which, by the way, so that's a big meteor strike that does 150 damage, which will just end my statues. So these guys actually are some of the best counters to Agartha, if I choose to go on land. There are things I can do to kill them, like if they attack me and I first turn Earthquake, they are going to be in just a world of hurt. Because they have to Communion, and then if I kill their Communion, they can't really do their thing. If they go first, like if I attack them, they're going to spend the first turn getting in their Communion, or they're going to have to like Iron Body and then get in their Communion. If they Iron Body first, then Earthquake's not really going to hurt him that much. I think Body Ethereal also is going to prevent much, but they could still totally survive Earthquake spam at the beginning. And then upon doing that, my golems, which are very, very durable in the water, would tend to get eaten by these guys with Gift of Heaven spam. Anything else? My scouts just got detected. We got some fire gems. That's about it. So we have this big group here. We're going to actually move and attack. I did my little scrying event, so I can see exactly what they have. They have Vysian Druids, some Knights. They probably have Movark Knights here too. We'll see. But I think I'm ready. I think we can attack. I think we'll see what happens. I already kind of went through the script. I've got some fatigue stuff with Rigor Mortis and Frostfind, Shark Attack. Wait, where do I have... Oh. Grip of Winter in conjunction with Rigor Mortis should work on their fatigue. Meanwhile, I'm not doing Water Elemental spam. I should have. But anyway, hopefully Shark Attack will do its thing. We'll see. So anyway, we're going to have a battle there next turn. And otherwise, just troop logistics, moving things around. I think I'm going to pull these guys in who are going to help with the Siege of Yis if I am successful. Because I would love to shut down those like if I get Yis's capital, which is always underwater, then they can't make the Movark Knights, which is one of the things that makes them very dominant on land. So we're going to do that. Yeah. Got a ton of dudes here. We should probably start moving them out. Which way? I think, do I have some moving? Stone Spine, no, you're just sitting there. Huh. Not doing a very good job moving these guys out of the cap. I definitely should be moving them, but I think I'm being lazy. The other thing is, these guys really, like, I can deploy them to this side, or this side. So they're kind of nice and centrally stored if I get backstabbed. What I can also do is, I'm sending this guy up here. I can then summon the statues from here. It's one of the nice things about being gym reliant is you can kind of forward deploy a lot of your troops. So anyway, I think I'm going to start summoning statues from here or here somewhere, and we'll kind of forward deploy rather than take 8 turns to march them up through the water. I'm actually mobile on land, but in the water I'm pretty friggin' slow. So, such is life. Underwater thug life. Okay, so that was turn 53. And so turn 54, we should have a good battle here. Okay, so arcane probing, we found a site. Moonlit halls, quite nice. Arcane probing, we found another site. Starlit ponds, that's 2 pearls per turn. That's a very nice boost to my pearl income, which was quite high to start with. Had a few events here. I got an Onyx Priestess. These are pretty cool. They come with these fear-causing nightmares, which when you have a strong bliss like I do is actually pretty damn good. They themselves are okay. Death Holy 2, nothing to write home about. You can find these at site, as a site that generates them. They're very, very rare, but when you find them, they're pretty damn cool. I actually should probably check the event. It might be an event that happens when you have one of these sites near you. But I don't think so. I think anyway, we can check afterwards. So anyway, the main course. We have a battle. Whoop, we have a battle here. So this is my army. This is his army. I think these are the princesses. Nope, he's only got a couple Movark knights, so not many. Then some PD up here at the front, it looks like, with these guys. A few druids, which I don't know what they're set up for, because they're going to get totally wrecked. This guy can probably do shark attack. Alright, let's see what he's got. So you can see we paralyzed a fair number of their knights back here. I think he got shark attack up before me, so these are his sharks. I got my shark attack up now too. But he seems to have more sharks than me. We basically have a little shark battle going on here. And these Movark Knights, which started up here, have run all the way down here. They're either scripted to attack closest or attack largest. I'm not sure. But you can see they definitely beelined it for these sharks. Meanwhile, this is kind of causing my formation to get all hosed up. My guys are kind of running around in a scrambled path. And like these guys, instead of charging forward, are chasing sharks. It's really kind of an annoying spell. But if you want to fight underwater, you kind of need it. And these water elementals are going to hurt. You can see they are quite capable of killing my statues. think if I can wave warrior these guys, I would not have to worry about that so much. But as it stands, it's definitely a concern. Trample kind of hurts too, especially when he's size. Is he size 6 still? Well, he's size 5, so it's not quite as bad. So I'm definitely taking some losses here. I'll probably have to reinforce before moving onwards. These water elementals are very good counters to statues. It's because they have these blunt attacks, which do 20 damage, and they have 3 of them, which is pretty huge. The big ones have 4, I believe. Fortunately, we've broken through up here at the top. We're making pretty good work of these Movark Knights. You can see they're starting to get fatigued out too. I think these guys are at 97, 190, 180, yeah. The water elementals are the real problem here. And I can't think of the top of my head a good way to counter these. On the water, I mean, on one hand, they regenerate a huge amount. On the other hand, they're mindless. They don't have much protection, but I really don't have any units I want to get in there to fight them. Things like Skelly Spam kind of could work. Not super excited about that option though. But it's probably helped here. I do have a fair amount of Skelly Spam coming out, which has definitely taken some of the focus off some of my dudes. Yeah. But anyway, so this was a victory. We're going to get most of their mages because of the fatigue. I'm going to skip forward here and kind of let it finish. So all in all, you know, I only lost 11 of these guys and 12 of these, but you can see how it could have gone worse, right? Like, even though I won decisively, it was a little bit on the edge for a while there. So, you know, if he had more water elementals, it could have gone the other way, like twice as many. So if he had even more druids, which he kind of did bring a lot, it could have been bad. But anyway, this was really decisive because I got these guys who are not cheap. They're 160 gold. I got 15 of them, so you can do the math. I'll leave that for the student. Got one of these who are really good. Some of these. So yeah, good stuff. So this is a good start to my war. So what I'm thinking now is like, oh shit. You know, I need to rebuild this army. I lost a lot of statues. Let's build a lab. Let's search the province. Let's get my dominion here if I can. Because I definitely want to have dominion. Then we can push forward into Yis. And hopefully take his cap before he can kind of come up with a solid counter. That's my thinking. Meanwhile, we're kind of scouting up this way. I think I'm ready to get a Flame Spirit. I don't think I have... Oh, I do have enough. I could have gotten a Flame Spirit this turn. I don't know why I didn't. Probably because I'm being lazy. We're running up Evocation. As I mentioned, we're heading for Astral Tempest. When I have that, that'll be another kind of tool in my arsenal. I think my best counter to Yes now is I need enough water mages. Probably these guys, since they're more resistant and can do the earth magic. They have good magic resistance. I need enough of these guys to do Wave Warriors on these guys, so they don't get absolutely munched by water elementals. So I need that. In conjunction, I need Astral Tempest. And maybe even Acid Rain. Acid Storm. When I have all that, I think I can just eat Yes. But that'll be a little bit a ways in coming. Anything else? I think that's about it. We're ghoulifying these provinces. As you see, it's coming along quite well. We've got about 126 ghouls there. We've got 54 ghouls here. We haven't started ghoulifying here, but that's definitely something I'm about to start. We only have 110 population left, so I'm going to start moving this guy out. We're going to leave one guy behind to finish ghoulifying. He's going to make his way here, and we're going to start ghoulifying this. Essentially, I'm going to make these provinces very hard to enter, or to take. And that way, I can focus my efforts up here on this part of the Empire without worrying about getting backstabbed by Ashdod. That's kind of the plan. Okay, that's this episode, which I think was, 54? So I think that puts us on 55 now. Oh shit, do I not have 55? Alright, pausing it. And like magic, turn 55 appears. Okay. So, we have a message from Yes. Well, that went poorly. Come fight me above water so I can land some meteors on those damn statues. So that's funny, he's obviously thinking about Gift of Heavens as well. Which is a land-only spell, I will point out. So we cast Arcane Probing, didn't find anything. A few more times, without much success anymore. Bunch of wasted gems. Such is life. A lot of these are also being cast up here. I've put these guys on casting duty. Wait, do I not have... Where the hell's my... It's like I'm... Do I not have my turn here? I know I submitted a turn for this. Alright, hang tight. Okay, and like that I've got my move orders in. So, we're going to be moving up here with my Marble Oracles. I'm just going to send them in. We're going to kind of ping this. I'm pretty sure they can kill any kind of medium resistance. That said, if there's a bunch of water elemental summoners, I could be in a bit of trouble. We're going to do this, and that will open up some flexibility, like I can raid provinces from here. While I take this turn to cast Hall of Statues. That will give me some much needed reinforcements here. Yeah. I'm also trying to lock this down as a frontier, so I'm summoning Defenders of the Hall, which have this very nice castle defense bonus, along with good base strength, so they're pretty good at repairing walls. So I'll put a few of them in there. Yep. So that's basically it. We're going to attack here, and then that will open up a threat to Yis's throne, which I may or may not utilize. Also, if Yis attacks here the turn after, then I'll have a defensive move advantage. So I don't know. It's worth considering. But I'm also kind of waiting for this army to get in, because I know I need big reinforcements. But when this comes in, I'll have all these guys, which should help a lot. I think that's it. Okay, this we're going to watch. So Ashdod and Jodanheim are fighting. And we've got some big battles here. I think actually this is mostly PD. So this is the army of Ashdod. He's got these archers who are pretty solid. They've got flaming arrows on them. Unfortunately, they're starving at the moment. But they hit like a damn truck. And then he's got some kind of chaffy units up at the front. So, see the arrows coming in. They're moderately effective. They're not super effective. See if this next volley is a little better. Yeah, it's definitely doing damage. It's not doing a ton of damage. And these cave drakes are pretty good. They've got really high protection and high HP. But giants can hit through that protection. So giants typically counter high protection units pretty well. But this is going to work, I think. He's got enough archer fire that these guys can kind of hold the line up front. So that should work. Let's take a look at his big commanders here. What does he have? A lumber construct with gloves of the gladiator. That's going to hurt. 4 attacks at 23 damage. He's got this guy, which is kitted out kind of like a thug, but has like mage paths. Kind of weird. Looks like an axe of hate. Not totally sure what these guys are kitted out for. He's got them on mage duty, but kitted out like very light thugs. So it could be he's planning on dividing and conquering, or he was using them as thugs versus Ashdod, and then has changed their role here. Human slaves are kind of cool. Their morale is shit, but the slave does reduce upkeep cost. So they're okay as kind of mage guardians. Oh, and this is a really cool dude. I think this is his national hero. He's undead. He's got a shattered soul, which is the same thing Tartarians have, which basically makes them somewhat insane. But they're really awesome. They have fear by default. He's got a regeneration with his bless. They have fire access, so they can put up cool things like fire shield. They're ethereal by default, which is huge. And they have really good morale and good base stats. So, yeah, they're a pretty good thug chassis. They're not mindless, so you can snipe them with all the mindless stuff, like Soul Slay and whatnot. In fact, you can even mind hunt them. So, anyway, this battle's won. We'll look at the battle report here. Yeah. Pretty good. If we look at his losses, it was all chaffy stuff. You know, half of it was long dead. And then he lost a few of the better chaff. He lost a skin shifter here, which is not a big loss. And then Ashdod lost these guys in addition to his significant province defense investment. I think we watched that. Okay. We'll watch this real quick. The sylphs are pretty damn cool. This is one of the mercenaries. It's actually... Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I toggled to my desktop. I don't know if what you were seeing during that. But yeah, these sylphs are pretty awesome. They... I'll show you which mercenary it is. It's the Windlord. Or maybe Master Gibber. I think it's Windlord. But yeah, sylphs are pretty amazing, especially at killing super combatants that are not lightning resistant. They're just phenomenal at that. So anyway, that's it for this turn, and that's it for this episode. Next episode, we will be making our march on Yis. In terms of research, we will have hit Evocation 8, which will open up Evocation Astral Tempests, which I can use with my golems. And when I have that, I will start making preparations also to attack Vanarus. From there, I can potentially go for this throne. I could try to make a move for this throne too, but I would have to get even more. But we'll see. I'm definitely going to attack Vanarus now. He's pretty weak. He suffered a lot from the Pangaean War. And it's so slow to do troop logistics up through here and through water in general that I want to be able to expand through land. And if I'm going to expand through land, Vanarus is the obvious target. Yeah. He's a good player, but he's kind of been beaten down by Pangaea. And I have... a big research and income advantage. So I will exercise that, and that will lock me into the late game if I can convert. So thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next episode.